In this lecture we will be discussing proper procedures to be followed to get a durable finish. Finishing. It is screeding, floating or troweling the concrete surface to densify and further compact the surface of concrete, as well as giving it the look you want. Finishing takes place in two stages: initial finishing and final finishing. Initial finishing. Screeding, also commonly called muster finishing. Concrete is first screeded to the level of the formwork and left to set. In some cases screeding leaves a good enough finish, especially if floor coverings are to be used over the concrete. Bleed water is the water that appears on the surface of the concrete while finishing. Ensure bleed water has dried up. Under no circumstances, finished tools be used before accumulated water is removed. Mixing bleed water with the surface paste will weaken the top surface, possibly resulting in a dusty surface. Excess bleed water can be removed by dragging an ordinary garden hose across the surface of the concrete. Once the bleed water dries up and concrete can support a person's weight, with only a slight marking to the surface, the final finishing can begin. Final finishing. This involves floating, troweling, edging, jointing or patterning the concrete. Special finishes such as booming, coloring, hardening, or patterned finishes can be applied to the surface. Troweling leaves a dense, hard, smooth and durable surface. The surface should be troweled twice. A well-troweled surface will be very smooth and can be slippery when wet. Troweling can be done by hand or power trowel. All the edges of a slab should be finished with a special edging tool. This gives a neater and stronger edge, less prone to chipping. Joints should be planned before placing. Once any surface has been finished, it must be cured. The concrete used should be of the lowest practical slump. Ensure proper internal vibration has been performed. Finishing should be performed within the time period in which concrete can be worked with, for example, when it is in plastic state. Avoid manipulating concrete as little as possible to produce the desired result. Addition of water to make concrete workable, or additional of dry cement to absorb bleed water, should be avoided. A well-proportioned concrete with proper consistency should be used. Repairing of concrete. After the striking of the formwork, all concrete work shall be inspected for defects. Areas of segregation, stone pockets and other damaged areas shall be chipped and all loose material removed with compressed air or washing. This and other repair work shall be performed as soon as possible so that the concrete has not hardened completely. Bonding of old concrete with the repair material shall be achieved by wetting the chipped out surface, sprinkling dry cement or by brushing rich cement grout. The cement mortar concrete shall have the same proportions as those of the parent concrete. The repaired areas should be cured for 24 hours. Cement Washington surfaces which are not to be plastered, nor receive any other treatment, may be provided 1 coat of cement wash. The quality of concrete floor is highly dependent on timing and procedures followed during finishing operations. Failure to address this issue will lead to cracking, low resistance to wear, dusting, and scaling.